guys, let's get into the astrology for the week. This is a weird week, probably some unusual stuff going on. Expect the unexpected vibes. Plans not going according to plan. We do have a Sun-Uranus trine that is coming exact this week, so that kind of just throws everything up in the air. To start this week, however, we are in some sort of like murky waters. You might feel a little bit like dazed and confused, just like out of it, brain fog going on. We have the third of 3 Mercury-Neptune squares happening, and the moon is also in a conjunction to Mercury, a square to Neptune. This is like really seriously distorting our perceptional field, our informational field. We don't want to be like envisioning sort of the worst in this energy. Distortions, confusion, misunderstanding. If you don't have to do anything with like business or choices or decisions or communication or information in the energy on Tuesday the 9th, that's probably in your best interest. But don't despair, this energy will pass, and actually the energy coming at us the following day on Wednesday is like a totally different story, very uplifting, very positive, very energizing, very like lighting the fire under us sort of, whereas Monday and Tuesday might feel a bit like a hot mess. By the time we get to Wednesday, moving into Thursday, I feel like we're going to be, ready to go, feeling inspired, feeling confident, and ready to like take something on or conquer something, move forward with something. Thursday, we have a new moon in Capricorn coming in that we will talk about. That is a real turning point in terms of things that have not been moving forward, about to start experiencing some action. So we got a big week of energy, a lot to talk about, weird week. Like I said, let's get into it. Let's see how things are coming together for us to start this week and what perhaps we can expect as we move towards our Capricorn new moon. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today is Monday, January 8th, 2024. My name is Aubrey. This is your astrological outlook of the day and the beginning of the week, where we are narrating the shift of the ages. And if you guys stick with me till the end of this report, I have also done a collective tarot reading for us today. I like to tap the energy field for more than one modality whenever I'm doing these energy readings, because I just feel like it gives us like an alternative viewpoint on what's going on out there. And there could be some messages in there for you. That'll happen at the end. Let's start with the astrology. It's a week, you guys. It's a week, but then again, it's a month, and honestly, like, it's a year. This 2024 year, I've been saying it, I'm saying it now, it's going to be like one for the record books. Like, this is gonna be a crazy year we've got going on. This is, probably gonna be a pretty crazy month as well, and that craziness is about to set in as we move through. Honestly, kind of the beginning of this week is probably gonna be weird, and then as we get into the middle of the week and start moving towards next week, the levels of intensity and things that are happening unexpectedly and suddenly likely to really be playing a significant role in our experience. So again, if you guys have been following along with me the past couple weeks, I've been kind of saying, we want to pace ourselves. We want to like bide our time, we don't want to like rush head first into things right now, because as we go throughout the course of this month, things, as I just said, are going to start getting crazy, and we could really find ourselves feeling burnt out, just sort of like spinning out of control as we get towards the end of the month of January. And this week is kind of like that same vibe to start the week. I do think Monday and Tuesday specifically, if you can, maybe like take the day off, or just kind of put yourself in time out, maybe put yourself in some quiet time, some independent work, independent like introspection, thought, focus. This is definitely going to be a more productive and beneficial way to use the energy opening our week this week, and just honestly like not having a super high expectation for any type of communication, for any type of clarity, if you can help it, not necessarily making any choices or decisions. Now, this energy is going to pass. We have been in, honestly, like, it's been several weeks, kind of like a 2-month period right now, where we've been in kind of just this like energy that is lacking clarity, lacking sincerity, lacking an ability to like really decipher fact from fiction and stuff like that, because we have been going through Mercury Neptune squares and Sun Neptune squares and Mars Neptune squares, and whenever we have squares going on with the planet Neptune, Neptune is the fog, you know what I mean? Like, and if you've ever experienced fog, you have no idea what is really going on inside of it or on the other side of it when the fog is present. And that's really, you know, in terms of the sun, you know, and Mars, like our energy levels, what we're doing, what we're trying to make happen. Neptune is also, you know, this is Poseidon, this is the ruler of the seas, this is this watery energy that like erodes things and it keeps solid foundations from like properly forming and stuff like that. It breaks things down. It doesn't, you know, help things to take root so that they can grow and blossom. So it's like we've been dealing with a lot of kind of like resistance or just like inability to make things happen in a way that is very like tangible and concrete over the course of this past several weeks because of all this Neptune square energy. And then, you know, Mercury square Neptune, and Mercury was retrograde for one of the squares. This is the mental energy, this is the information energy, this is the informational field, and Neptune is this distortion. So, you know, if for the past couple months you felt like you've been caught in some type of limbo, or like all of your efforts are just like not translating into anything, or like you can't get a clear grasp on a choice or a decision to make in a situation that is like causing stagnation or holding you back, I'm here to say that that is still likely to be a significant thing as we are moving through the beginning of this week. However, after we get through the 9th of, you know, January on Tuesday, which is our third and final Neptune Mercury square. And this one's going to be a doozy. This is like the heights of this energy because the moon is going to be in a conjunction with Mercury as well. But after we get through this, and pretty immediately, things are going to clear up. The fog is going to clear. Things are going to move forward. By the time you get to the 14th, you guys, it is all systems go, and things are really, I feel like, going to start rapidly developing somehow. We're going to be like, oh my God, like something is, like I understand something now, or like I know what to do, or I know what choice to make. So that's the direction we're going. That's what we're heading into. However, until we get there, and it really has a lot to do with this new moon in Capricorn that's coming up too, which we'll also be talking about. This is like a critical period. This is first of all, it's a cardinal new moon cycle. The cardinal cycles, these are the action-oriented phases of the year. This is when things are being initiated, things are happening. And this Capricorn cycle is in an exact square to the nodes, destiny and karma, the past and the future, you know, breaking through into some type of progress, moving us forward somehow. And we've got it's in a trine to Uranus, okay? And we'll talk about that. My actual next report out on Wednesday is going to be the new moon video, which is why I'm talking about some of the energy for Wednesday in this report today, because Wednesday is also a significant, we got some significant stuff going on Wednesday, and I'm going to talk about that more as we get to the end of this report. But starting out the week, it is just an energy where things could be unclear. Again, like I said in the beginning, you know, brain fog, dazed and confused, like daydreaming, can't focus. Actually, even my process of preparing this report today, I could not stay focused. I just kept trailing off and like staring at the birds and like daydreaming. My mind is like going somewhere else, and I kept having to be like, okay, back here, back here, let's look at this. And I feel like that is kind of like a good indication for what this day might feel like for us generally. Let's talk now in some more detail though about this Mercury Neptune square, signs of Sagittarius and Pisces. Neptune in his sign of rulership, very strong in the sign of Pisces, Mercury in the sign of Sagittarius. And we're dealing with the themes of Pisces and Sagittarius. This is generally going to bring up conflicts between like fact and fiction, fantasy and reality, truth and illusion, because we're dealing with the sign of Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, which, you know, is fundamentally on a lot of levels about truth. And then we're dealing with the sign of Pisces, which is imagination and fantasy and illusion. And this is, you know, of course, these two signs square each other. And when we're dealing with a square aspect, this is bringing up an inherent conflict. So when we have squares present playing out between Sagittarius and Pisces, a lot of times there's likely to just be like ongoings or events or situations, or we're caught in between, you know, ideas maybe having to do with what is real and what is not, and like how we navigate that terrain essentially. and we're talking about Mercury, this is the mind, right? This is the informational field. This is what we're thinking, what we're talking about, the media. Neptune is projections and narratives, and again, like fantasy, illusion. So a lot of times when we are dealing with a Mercury-Neptune square, there is just a distortion in the informational field. We are not perceiving things clearly. Something is confused, or something is inverted, or there is an overlay to something, or, we're just operating under some type of like rose-colored glasses or idealism. Fears can also, like imagining fears and stuff like that, can also like alter, our mental patterns and stuff like that when we have a Mercury-Neptune square going on with Sagittarius and Pisces. So, this whole, we had, okay, the first one, and it's interesting as well, the timing of how these 3 Mercury-Neptune squares have played out. The first 2 actually happened in correspondence with our previous 2 full moons. Our full moon in Cancer and the full moon in Gemini before that both had an exact Mercury-Neptune square accompanying them. Again, some type of distortion in our perception of like what we're trying to grow, what we're trying to bring into fruition, and like the themes that were associated with those past 2 moons. Now moving into this third and final hit, our third in the series of this energy, this one is actually happening in the dark of the moon, in the balsamic moon, as the moon is moving into conjunction with the sun for our new moon in Capricorn that is coming up on Thursday. So, this could honestly be sort of a very deeply introspective time as well, where we're kind of processing things on maybe some like unconscious levels, or again, we feel sort of like overwhelmed, or just like also it can bring up kind of like a state of surrender, or feeling like we want to give up about something. That's where you might be too. A lot of people might be, as we are heading towards this energy that's coming with the new moon in Capricorn, like feeling like they're hitting the end, like feeling like they're hitting the breaking point, like feeling like I can't go on again, this like maybe sea of overwhelm, or just like it also perhaps could be like distorting our perception of self, or our ability to see the potential and the value in our ideas and stuff. We could really feel like, we've been giving it all we've got, but nothing's been happening. But I'm telling you guys, once we get through the energy of Tuesday, move into Wednesday, move into Thursday, and then proceed through the month of January, something is definitely going to be changing along those lines. So don't lose hope. As I said, the very next day on Wednesday, energy is going to be shifting dramatically to the positive end of things. But on Tuesday, if you need a nap, take one. If you can sleep in, you should do it. Not a good day to conduct business, to learn, teach. Communication of any kind is not, really where our energy is going to flow best. And things may just be happening also that seem sort of out of our control. That's another element of how energy is functioning this week. Very unusual, bizarre things just sort of happening in very unexpected ways. We have the sun and Uranus coming into an exact square in the energy on Wednesday as well, which is going to be shifting things up. This is a part of the vibe that is coming through that changes things and shifts things so drastically between the like kind of lower vibe energy on Tuesday and the energy on Wednesday, where we're going from feeling like sort of like a hot mess maybe to feeling like re-inspired, reinvigorated, and fired up to like move forward somehow. It's just, whenever I see a trine between the sun and Uranus, it's like you literally have no idea, but it's probably going to be a good surprise. And we are also, keep in mind, going with the flow to the best of our ability. This is a mutable square. This is about transition. This is about sort of surrender on one level. So if you are feeling caught in that state of overwhelm or confusion or self-depreciation, or, feeling like you just can't go on the energy on Tuesday, probably just go to bed early, take a nap, something, I don't know, go meditate, pray. Whenever we also have strong Neptunian energy, this is a really good time to, sort of like hone in on our spiritual side, because that's another dimension and a more positive dimension of the Neptunian energy. Escaping reality also is something people are definitely likely to be trying to do when we have a square between Mercury, Neptune, Sagittarius, Pisces. Again, the whole like reality, fantasy, and, kind of being caught somewhere in between All right, distorting clarity, eroding truth, take nothing perhaps too seriously. And as a result of that, not a good time to, sign a contract, make a major decision, make a major commitment. However, that is about to change as we get into, especially like I said, the energy post January 14th. All systems go and we're in the clear for moving forward, making the choice, making the commitment, making the investment. That's the energy that we're heading into as we get through this week. Another thing that's happening this week, I'm talking about how we're going to be reinvigorated and we're going to feel more alive. There's going to be an expanded energy level coming through, something lighting a fire under us. The reason why I keep saying this is because we also are about to experience a Mars-Jupiter trine in the energy as we are moving, specifically Wednesday, Thursday, Friday towards the new moon and the weekend this week. And Mars is our energy levels. Mars is what we're doing, how we're acting, how we're behaving. Jupiter is the great benefic. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, good luck, good fortune, success. And if you guys watched my videos last week also, I was talking about how, the work that we put in last week, the effort that we're putting into things this week, the effort that we're putting into things now, it's likely to pay off in some type of successful way as we move through the rest of the month. And likely, as this is happening in combination with the Sun trine Uranus, and perhaps a way that we didn't expect or anticipate, but that shifts or changes things for us in such a way that makes some major impact on the way that things are proceeding somehow moving forward. We've got for sure blessed energy coming in on Wednesday. Definitely Tuesday. I even said in my monthly overview, it's of all the days this month, I personally like the energy of Tuesday the 9th the least. However, I personally simultaneously also do like the energy of Tuesday the 9th because once we get to the 9th, this energy finally clears and things are about to start moving forward. So it really sort of is just this last little hiccup that we've got to get through before big things start happening, and it's being indicated by literally big things happening. Mars trine Jupiter in Earth signs. This is big things happening, big energy levels, and also Sun trine Uranus in positive but unexpected, unpredictable ways. So let's talk about some symbolism that's present on the Tuesday of the 9th when we do have all this Neptune stuff going on. The Sun is at 19 degrees of Capricorn. That Sabian symbol is a child of about 5 carrying a huge shopping bag filled with groceries. So, again, things could definitely feel a bit heavy, feel sort of overwhelming. We could feel like we've got kind of too much on our shoulders, or questioning our capabilities, or if we can do it, or if we're understanding things properly, or if we're ever going to be able to make it somehow as the energy comes through. And the Sun again is indicating that we might just feel like we are at our max point or something like that. But we also have 26 degrees of Sagittarius where Mercury is, and 26 degrees of Pisces where Neptune is in their exact square. 26 Sag is a flag bearer in battle, and 26 Pisces is literally speaking to the new moon that we have coming up. A new moon reveals it's time for people to go ahead with their different projects. So, I talked earlier about the energy associated with the contradictory forces represented by Sagittarius and Pisces, and the truth versus illusion conflicts that can come up when these two energies are in a 90-degree angle, sort of being brought to a head with one another. And we have Mercury also in this alignment with the moon. See, that's another thing that is supercharging this last Mercury Neptune square, is the fact that the moon is in Sagittarius aligned with Mercury. Now, this is also conjunct the galactic center, which on one hand is sort of giving the vibe that, this might be the alignment that helps us to crack through maybe some illusions that we've been caught in that have been preventing us from moving forward somehow, preventing us from going in a new direction, preventing us from making some kind of progress. This could also equally be destroying the illusion or snapping us out of some type of spell or hypnosis that maybe has been captivating us and determining, the course that we've been going on. the sun in a trine to Uranus, this is also awakening, right? Uranus is a planet awakening with the sun there. This is coming, you know, perhaps out of some type of dream. So I do feel like as we move through the energy this week, the fog is lifting. We're clearly seeing, you know, what's been on the other side, and we're going to have a much easier chance or a much easier ability to navigate reality moving forward. 26 degrees of Sagittarius, where Mercury is, right? The flag bearer in battle, showing our true colors, being able to see other people's true colors, and, you know, people willing to fight for their beliefs or to fight for what they stand for. This is going to be a major theme of 2024, you guys, with that North Node right now transiting the sign of Aries, and with the 26 Pisces Neptune influence, the new moon reveals it's time for people to go ahead with their different projects, specifically referencing where we're at. I feel like, you know, that's where we're at. That's where we're going. These two symbols hold relevance right now. Willing to fight for where we believe, or fight for what we believe in, stand up for what we believe in, assert ourselves in a way that is genuine, authentic, and true, and to start moving forward, start going in a new direction, start redefining ourselves, start like crossing that line in the sand or something that sort of like redefines the nature of our experience moving forward. With this North Node in Aries, you guys, over the course of this next year or so, while this transit completes, we have a personal mission. We have a personal destiny, you know, small or large, even if it's, you know, just a small thing, or maybe it's like in the most grand way, depending on how this point in time is activating our personal natal chart. It's just a life-changing energy coming through, and there is a purpose that we need to rise to as we move through this point in time. You know, the galactic center being in conjunction with Mercury, while Mercury squares Neptune for the third and final time. Obviously, like, if you guys have been following my work, I do feel that the galactic center energy is playing a significant impact in our current transition into the age of Aquarius. I think as we move forward in time and move more into these Aquarian energies and start receiving greater emanations from the galactic center, I think it's honestly going to be kind of like a primary instrument that helps us to go through this process of conscious awakening and really like come back online in a lot of ways, become more conscious creators of our reality, like in alignment with God's spirit universe. Wisdom prevails, you guys. It's like totally the Mercury Neptune in a square, but conjunct the galactic center, and with the moon there as well. Like, it does make me think Age of Aquarius vibes, especially the very next day, exact sun Uranus trine. We've got this big energy coming through later this week in earth signs. It's material, it's stable, and then Mercury will enter Capricorn next week, or on the 14th rather, and start trining Jupiter. This is also going to be like really inspiring, really energizing, really expanding our mind, possibilities, potential. Good things are coming, you guys, but this is like a crazy time. People are probably going to be very fired up, especially once we get to Wednesday, moving into the rest of the week, the end of the week. Quite a positive, uplifting, and productive day, setting up our new moon on Wednesday, and then the new moon, of course, will be on Thursday, which again is in an exact square to the nodes, which to me says like turning point, like things are about to start happening, about to turn the nozzle on, flip the switch to the on position. So that's where we're going, and this is our process of getting there. And that's what I'm going to say for the astrology today, you guys. Let's get into the tarot. The tarot is, to me, in a very like cute, funny way, describing the transits that we have going on right now. And, you know, maybe this will resonate with you guys as well. We had cards come out. I had 6 cards come out today, and they came out in 2 different groups. And whenever I'm shuffling and like cards come out, if they land together, I just, in my personal way of interpreting energy, I usually feel like they go together. And I had 2 come out together, and then I had 4 come out together. So we're going to read them like that. Now, the first 2 that came out, so funny to me. We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and then on top of that came out the Hermit, What does this mean, you guys? The Three of Pentacles, this is a card about like teamwork, like working with others to accomplish a goal, like communicating, right? With it in reverse, for, you know, when I was doing this reading, I was like, what is the energy building into our new moon? Like, what should we be aware of? This is not the time to collaborate, like I was saying. And then with the hermit over it, independent work, you guys, with this Mercury, Neptune, and the moon there as well, this distorted informational energy, trying to accomplish things with other people is probably going to be a greater source of frustration than productivity. Monday, Tuesday, moving into this week. Wednesday, I do expect that to shift. And then, of course, as we move through the week and towards the 14th, that's not going to be as much of an issue, but specifically Tuesday and Monday as well. Like, these cards are straight up saying, like, don't even bother, don't even try, like, don't get involved, be independent, be hermit mode. Yes, work. Yes, get the job done. Focus, stay focused, do what needs to be done. But it's just trying to, like, arrange it and make it function, collaborate with others in this energy. It might not be super productive. Now, the next set of 4 cards. Oh, and then on the back of the deck, we also have the 4 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. Both of these cards are referring to, like, be patient, take a pause, take a rest, wait. Things are happening behind the scenes. It's not go time, okay? So multiple indications coming through that moving into the energy this week towards the new moon, we want to ease into things, hold back a little bit. Don't try to stick your hand on everybody's cookie jar. Mind your own business, you know what I mean? Like, this is what's going to benefit us. Now, the rest of the cards, the next set of cards that we had coming out, totally different story. I feel like this is describing the other side of the energy, okay? We got the Ace of Pentacles, whole new day, whole new opportunity. With the Page of Pentacles, like a truly fresh start, like something like reinvigorating us again, or like making us feel like alive, or like bringing a sense of like youthful inspiration or hope, or something, like some type of opportunity or something that happens, like being a reset for us somehow. And then after that, we have the Judgment card, followed by the 2 of Swords. Like, something that's happening, and it's because it's Pentacles. It's like something that's actually happening, or something that we're seeing the value in, or some type of value that we're gaining, or some type of opportunity that's coming to us, or some type of potential that we're acknowledging. Something that, like, you see him looking at this pentacle, it's like we are discovering the value in something, or we are getting, holding something in the palm of our hand, or we're cultivating the potential of something, or something is like miraculously happening or coming to us in this Sun Trine Uranus energy that is just like offering us this golden opportunity. And it's helping us in this. Then we've got the Judgment, right? The awakening energy, the rebirth energy, the like hearing the trumpets, the light bulb moment, okay? And then what do we have after that? The 2 of Swords. This is the energy that we've been in, okay? This is the energy of like, I don't know what to do. I can't see clearly. Like, I'm in the fog, I'm blindfolded, like I don't have all the information, and I just don't feel like I'm in a solid place to make a clear-cut choice in either direction. Right before that with the Judgment card, you guys, and then we've got this Earth energy, right? This Capricornian energy. I'm telling you guys, Capricorn new moon cycle, something about this Capricorn new moon cycle. And then also we're talking about Earth energy, we're talking about Pentacle energy, we're talking about the Ace. That's the first card. We're also talking about the Page. That's the first card. Both of these cards are representing the new moon in Capricorn, bringing judgment that helps us to make a choice that has hindered our progress moving forward. But up until then, you guys, what are we saying? Don't even try, don't even bother, just get the job done on your own, stay in your own lane, focus on the straight and narrow path in front of you, and, take a rest if you can. Things are going to clear up, and they are going to start moving quickly. So that's what we've got for our tarot message. Let's get a synchronicity card now, you guys. God, Spirit, Universe, please give us one more additional piece of, I've got to pick this card because it's sticking out and I feel like this is the message. It says God will guide you. I just had, I'm like shuffling and this card is just like staring at me and I just know, okay, so God will guide you, and we have this new moon coming up that is square of the nodes, destiny and karma, okay? The cosmic blueprint as it unfolds. God will guide you. He who overcomes shall inherit all things. Revelation 20:14. Be a channel for good of God. Let life, love, harmony, and understanding of God flow through you. Praise God in the midst of you and know every problem is solved by God. When disharmony, discord, or disappointment appear, be assured God is guiding you through it and will reveal the way to achieve your goal. It's so funny because like I feel like sort of like that's where we're at in the energy on Tuesday. Like I was saying, it's like feeling like we've like come to the end of something, like we can't possibly go another step further, like we're never gonna make it, like the burden is too heavy, or we're too discouraged, or the sense of disappointment is too strong, or we're just lacking, you know, the inspiration or the motivation to go forward. Disharmony, discord, disappointment, that really may be kind of what we're navigating to start the week. However, the hand of God is going to come through, right? These obstructions are going to be removed. We're going to overcome, and something is going to shift. Something is going to change. God is guiding you through it and will reveal the way to achieve your goal. Again, and it's indicated in the cards too with this Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Two of Swords energy. Like, we are going to be guided to know what to do to achieve some type of material effort that, you know, we've been working towards, or something we've been trying to build, create, produce, bring into fruition. So God will guide you, you guys, no worries. And it's going to be a beautiful day. So that's what I have to say. A message from the stars, a message from the cards. I hope you guys liked it. If you did like it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, you guys. Share it with your friends if you think that they would also enjoy narrating the shift of the ages with us. Leave me comments. You guys are so special to me. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful that you are on this journey with me. I seriously, sincerely appreciate your feedback. I love knowing what's going on with you guys. If you're having experiences that mirror what I'm talking about, please let me know in my comment section. That is very valuable to me. And again, love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to know what this whiteboard says, I have a Facebook group where I post these images of these whiteboards that can be found in my description box below. Come back with me on Wednesday, you guys. We're gonna have our new moon in Capricorn. Bang bang, it's on. We're ready, set, go. So I'll be here to talk about it. You should be here too. You don't want to miss it. And I will see you then, everybody. Have a beautiful beginning of your week, and until next time, bye guys.